Stanley was happy.
He is? I'm not.
One day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
He became a video
He
game
had been at his
character.
When Stanley
Jesus.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did he? No, I think he entered the door on his right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, that's why. That's what I wanted to do. It's a huge
At this point,
lounge.
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy, and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left. But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room.
Took a while,
and took
though.
the first open door on his left to get back to business.
What if I don't do that, though? What if I just don't?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. They're gonna fine you $5,000 when you're dead. This is giving, hey, Stanley, I can see that you're dead right now, but we still need you to come into work this Monday. Otherwise, you're gonna have to find someone to fill your shift. Thank you. What happens if I do this?
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes!
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Okay.
Stanley walked through the red door.
The hell he did. The hell he did.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
I promise
Stanley
you I
walked
didn't.
through the red door.
I promise you I didn't.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Can I?
All right, fine. You want to know so badly what's out there?
You can't tell me what to do! I'm gonna die, aren't I?
You see? There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
I'm gonna take this one again. The worldwide leaderboard. Am I on it? I am ranked 9,328 out of the 9,328. A dead rat is offline. I have been beaten by a dead rat. You know what? I don't take offense to that. They are very smart.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger.
Oh.
You click the button to move him back to the right.
What if I
And he
don't?
reaches
He will die.
active.
He's gonna die.
Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Right now.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate...
I'm just gonna put myself in the hole. Ha!
Hold on. What are you doing?
I'm leaving. I didn't
I
die!
can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Bye!
Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
See, that just doesn't sound trustworthy, does it? It doesn't sound...
makes me feel angry.
And it's not trustworthy. Both. I died? What? Okay,
Third
I'll do
option.
it.
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
You
One? I mean, I can understand if you
You
have you saw coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
What's
office.
downstairs, though?
An existential crisis.
Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? and everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Huh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although he was obviously crazy, this much she knew.
No, I'm not!
Crazy person says what?
What happens if I take it? What if I want to go down? I want to go down. Are you kidding me?
Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
What if I put something else in?
2845.
He doesn't do it again. He's like, I'm over it.
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
He's like, God, this mission is so dumb.
And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Oh, am I?
Farewell, Stanley.
Oh, oh, do I live? No.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Huh?
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Is that true though? I don't think that's true.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of
2,
any human life.
8,
What
4,
could it mean?
5.
Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy.
I'm an
So he
anxious
relaxed
person.
for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Okay, that's kind of a read though. I can respect that. That's fair enough.
Yes. He had won.
Did I?
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's
I have been
command.
following commands this
Freedom
whole
was mere
time. What do you
moments
mean?
away.
What do you mean?
Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers
I
gone?
know!
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
Don't you know that
Stanley
scares
felt
you?
the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Feels an awful lot like mind control.
And Stanley was happy.
Ah, feels very Undertale. Now if I reload it, he won't be happy anymore.
It all made Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little.
What?
This made him smile.
What?
At last, proof that he was human.
Oh no, I'm a psychopath.
I love blood!
Stanley walked through the red door.
Red.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me.
Wait,
What do we want?
I don't know.
What are we looking for?
Dude, at this point, I have no idea. Is this space?
Here. Yes. Oh,
It
it's
is. A
beautiful,
little.
isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
I don't know, it's kind of bright on my eyes. So I don't think that's true for me. God, that's kind of pretty. Not unhappy, But I can't stay here, sir. You know that.
No,
Oh.
wait. Where are you going?
I'm leaving. That's enough. That's enough of that, sir.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset.
Okay,
we'll
just
lose all of this.
and just don't trip. Just don't trip. It's okay.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
He's very upset.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Sometimes sacrifices must be made. It is time. It is time to take the leap.
No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment.
What happens if I do it again?
Now, can we please... No. No, no. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Well, you know.
Stanley,
I'm just breaking my legs.
let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Can you do that for me?
My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game?
Oh,
Did you throw
no.
yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being...
I actually feel a little sad
Am I
for him.
reading the situation correctly?
I actually feel a little bit bad for him, but yeah, here we go.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it.
Ew.
I don't know anymore.
It's the latter.
I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was
You're
too much
guilt
to ask.
tripping me, sir.
It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
He sounds really sad. Maybe I should have stayed in the room. Maybe next time. Not this time, though.
Is it over?
I don't know,
It's
man.
going to restart, isn't it?
Probably.
I'm going back.
Oh, he actually sounds really sad, though.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Means there's new content. The jump cycle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle?
I've learned to jump! Yeah, I did want to jump. Fuck you.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
You made it weird. You made it weird!
Stanley, come over here. In the vent.
No.
I want to show you something.
I am not interested in your dick, sir.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
I think this is the normal content again. Okay, I'll go into your secret tunnel. Fine!
Never mind. You're not a dork.
No, I am. I am. It's just... The tasteful nostalgic. It was good. It was good. I don't need a skip button. I like your little narrations. Oh no! It's only a skip button and nothing else!
No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is.
Oh, what
so
have
on
you.
and so forth, until until 245, that the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be.
All
so,
right.
Now you see, blah, 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 blah. Oh, you're back. You
I
see.
am.
You were only
I've been
frozen
here.
in time for a few minutes.
No.
And it was plenty of time for me to deliver
don't think
a
that's
long,
true.
rambling treatise, manifesto, 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 treatise.
I gave him the chance. I gave him the
Well,
chance.
sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But
I
that's the
tried.
power of something along the lines of this game 30, 45 minutes.
Babe.
It's not unendurable by
Babe.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Babe.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back.
It's been 84 years.
I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
2 weeks?
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much to begin with. There is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley.
But then?
Days, months. I lost it all.
Well, that's too bad. Did you die? Did you die? Oh no! Click again. I need this.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands.
YouTubers making YouTube videos.
Too much, they said.
Is this hell?
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Oh, well, you know, to a point. Something got washed away. Oh, it's day now. I think the narrator might have died. Oh, well, that's kind of nice. Spread. Oh. Oh. Well. Well, climate change truly comes for us all. Secretly the prequel to Portal. He's gonna turn into GLaDOS. Well. At least the apocalypse happened while I wasn't looking. Well, the hole is closed. But there's a new hole! Oh! Ah. Yes, well. Well. I mean... I have an open world game now and he can't stop me. Okay.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing
despair. No, I'm more worried now than I was just 2 seconds ago.
Can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Maybe if I put it on my head.
Of the bucket, which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Go on.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
It is,
of course, in the final game,
scarily close.
Whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim,
my bad.
Then you'll never understand. Staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as
that
Jim.
sounds cozy, though.
Developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim. Rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim.
I would never do that.
Dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim.
I feel like I am a cult leader now.
Jim.
Yeah, that was Jim.
You see, what a thrill.
I do have a cult.
That was you.
That was me.
Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much, Jim.
That's not true.
I'm putting the Jim button away.
No!
Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim.
I don't know who I am anymore. I gotta go find the infinite hole to throw myself into on account of my existential crisis. But I'll still have my bucket. I think the hole will fix me. Put me on the hole, Doc.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly
I
fond
do
of.
yearn for the
It's never
hole.
been done before in a video
I do.
game.
Yearning
This is, in
currently.
fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video. You see? Isn't it wonderful?
I feel much
One
better.
of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so.
I feel safe,
Now then,
you know?
since you've gotten to see the infinite hole,
Protected.
you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
No.
No,
No.
I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
What if I don't? Though.
From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You
Did
found
I?
the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley.
Meeting a
I'm
two.
a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever.
Sorry.
Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling.
I am, that is
A
true.
normal person actually wants to fall infinite.
I don't know, it was kind of
I
nice.
figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need.
I don't think
put
you
this on
understand
me?
how deep a
Maybe
hole I
you're
need.
the problem.
Guy, I need the deepest hole.
Look, things got a little...
We have to go
I think
deeper.
We both said some things we didn't mean.
I meant every
Why don't
second.
we just...
This game exists to call out gamers. Just the gamers in general. All of them. Every single one, any single type. It doesn't matter what type of gamer you are. You have been called out today.
Took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
What if I just don't, though? What if I just don't?
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Well, I gotta listen to Jim. Where's Bucket
This
home?
is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket.
Sad!
Once
Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press Y to take me to work with you. Okay. Don't listen to the loud man. Okay.
You see, he's not listening.
Press L to ignore anyone in your life except for me. Okay. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Of course I believe you're real.
Yes, I suppose on
I
closer
love you.
inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket.
Because it's not.
It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting
It is. It can transport so much liquid.
Moving an amount of water from
Oh, yes.
one room to another.
And not just water.
Phrasing.
And you know what? If there are rose petals on the bed with a bucket, I would accept.
I'm having feelings for the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had
It's
the
not
bucket,
rose
this would
petals,
be
but-
less confusing. Yes. The
But-
bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Bucket the bucket!
Stanley, give me the bucket.
No.
Give it to me.
No.
Give me the bucket,
No.
Stanley. I need it.
I
Give
love
it to me
buckets.
now. Give it or
I love buckets! Jealousy. Not this. Not this. Go back to work, Stanley. Okay, buckets.
And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks.
No, he didn't.
He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Jim, you cannot enter me without permission! We've been over this! We talked about our holes!
This is the story of a woman
Oh,
named
I'm dead again.
Mariella. Right away, she knew what the problem
I didn't have my
was.
bucket.
This man had no bucket.
I had no
Oath
bucket.
For which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity.
What is a bucket but a finite
Heck
hole?
Yes, she thought to herself. My life kicks ass.
Heck
And she
yes.
backflipped all the way to work.
Backflipped all the way to work with her bucket. Of course. That's how I go to work too every morning. Vulnerability is size and strength of the bucket. The coping strategies are holes. See? See? The coping strategies are holes. I always knew it, of course.
Phrasing?
No. Get yourself a hole. Enter the hole, and you will feel better.
This is my hole! It was made for me!
No, that's not a bucket.
Is this a bucket?
Definitely not a bucket.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket. not an actual bucket. Is this a bucket?
Nah.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
That makes it a bucket. You realize.
Is this a bucket?
But still not a bucket.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Liar.
Is this a bucket?
Yes, that's a bucket.
What? Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor.
No, that's a given, I think. Yeah, see?
This is a bucket.
Workouts.
Is this a bucket?
Clearly not a bucket.
Trick question. Both.
What is it then? You. Yeah, that's not a bucket.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't
I'm
a
so
bucket.
smart.
We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true.
Unless?
Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
Yes.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No,
Okay,
Jim!
Here we go.
Jim! No!
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
I just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
But this is not my desk. What's a thing of sugar? And this is not my desk. And what's a thing of sugar? I'm divorcing her.
Stanley and the bucket up against the world. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this?
Bucket, no!
Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust.
Jim, I thought we had something!
An image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Birds!
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions.
I understand
Had the
this.
bucket known this all along?
Yes.
Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable.
That's great!
Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best.
I agree.
And Stanley was happy.
Stanley is happy. It's true, Stanley is happy. Is this not freedom? This is freedom.
The end is never the end, 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 is never